Mr. Keyamo, let me quickly go back to Mr. Chidoka. As it stands right now, the PDP had come out with at least 4 or 3 press releases and conferences saying that the APC plans to rig the election. At some point, you have heard the APC saying your party is jittery. Is your party jittery? Or what exactly is the fear?
We're not jittery. We've been in... PDP has a strong tradition of going through elections, and we have fought through elections for many years in Nigeria. Over the past 20 years, we've stewarded the democracy in Nigeria. So we understand how it works. Now, my friend here just said that it is not their job to defend INEC. So why are they defending INEC? Let them leave INEC to do... We have raised an issue with INEC. Okay, let us take a scenario. If on election day, on the day of the results collation, some foreign journalists or some foreign observers say they want accreditation and they're denied accreditation, who is going to be in charge of that accreditation? If, for instance, the internet system they brought up that day has a failure, which is not caused by anybody, just in the course of a natural act, a failure happens, will it not go back to the same issue that Amina Zakari has deliberately interfered with the internet connection to make sure that the results are not collated? Why are they bothered about the simple issue? Let her just recuse herself. All we are asking for is that the APC coalition is a coalition of people that cannot offer Nigeria anything different. They have nothing to offer Nigeria. And because of that, they have come up with different obstacles to making sure that the election is not free and fair. They refuse to sign the electoral bill. Jonathan signed the 2015 2 days to the election. President Jonathan signed it 2 days to the election. President Buhari cites an example and says, unless they will write in the law that it will take effect after 2019, that is the only reason when he will sign this bill. Now, that shows you there has been a consistent pattern of the government to interfere with the electoral process. INEC participated in writing that bill. INEC promoted the idea of that bill to forestall the problems they had in previous elections at the court. All that the president required to do was to sign the bill. Now again, INEC has come up with an idea that they will have a collation center manager who is going to be in charge of internet. Mind you, INEC plans to do some form of electronic transmission of results. INEC plans to be doing this results collation with computer systems and everything in the IT center. If they do not work for whatever reason, who are we going to hold responsible? So they're saying, this is a matter of decency. This is a matter that the president has disappointed Nigerians grossly. This is a man that told us he would declare his assets as soon as he assumes office. But he didn't do it.
All right,
so
Mr. Chidoka, we need to take a break now. We need to take a break now. But when we come back, we'll have Mr. Keyamo react to some of the issues that your party has raised. And we'll talk more about the issues concerning this election. That's going to be next. Join us again. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's get back to the conversation. Mr. Festus Keyamo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Mr. Osita Chidoka, the spokesperson of the PDP and Atiku Campaign Council. They've been talking to us about some of the controversies trailing these 2019 election. It's just about 40 days. If you quickly react to some of the things that Mr. Osita has just said here, one of the allegations from the PDP, Mr. Keyamo, is that they're saying that they want the world to know that Nigeria is in a perilous time and that there is an aspiration for self-succession from the president. If this kind of fear is coming, and the fear of that, the fact that there won't be a level playing field, how does this make your party and your campaign feel?
Sure, well, let me tell you, there is no perilous times. They are the ones that are raising all of these scaremongering tactics to scare everybody and to prepare the ground to complain when they lose elections. With the elections, we come and go. Their fear is to go another 4 years without access to public funds. Another 4 years of hunger from public funds, that they will not have access to public funds. That is all. I've said before, they can only function with public funds, PDP. And that's why you see their election and their campaigns are collapsing now, because they have no access to public funds. They have never faced this kind of situations in 1999, when they are not campaigning without taking and stealing money all the way, everywhere from government. That's why they cannot campaign now. And I've said it before that all they are doing is that they are shifting positions from A to B. People should notice that they have started, first of all, by saying she's his sister. That's where they started in 2015. They now shifted to she's the niece. They now shifted to she's some kind of relation without apologizing for first telling a lie. So when Nigerians catch them for one lie, they shift to the next, they shift to the next. So Nigerians should understand, should notice this small, shifting of positions here and there. It shows that these are people who operate without scruples, without morals, without the rules of engagement.
All right, Mr. Keyamo.
Engagement.
Yeah.
They said a few days ago that the president bought shares, or the president relatives also bought shares in some companies. After we engaged them and the shareholders came out to say it's a lie, they shifted position to say no, they are just trying to use arms fund to now buy. Have you apologized for first telling a lie?
All right. Let me allow Mr. Osita Chidoka.
So it is lie upon the lie.
Yeah.
Let me come back to this point.
Just a moment, Mr. Keyamo, because we don't really have so much time. Mr. Chidoka, you heard what Mr. Keyamo has said, that your party is coming up with a lot of tactics. We've seen a whole lot of issues online, on the social media, release of alleged tape and all of that. Are these also part of the tactics of your party?
No, not at all. We've been campaigning. I'm shocked that the APC is talking about campaign because they are the ones that are not campaigning. I can't believe it that, it's January and they've managed to do only one rally for the president. They are not campaigning. The PDP has toured the 6 zones of this country. The PDP is touring individual states now. We're in the Northwest, touring the states. What is he talking about campaigning? We understand fundamentally that Nigeria is a country that is in perilous times. Listen, it is only now that you can begin to imagine the problem. Look at our budget benchmark. 2.3 billion barrels a day benchmark for the budget. Meanwhile, OPEC quota for Nigeria is 1.68 million barrels. Our current production is about 1.9 million barrels. And we benchmarked our budget on 2.3 million barrels a day. We also benchmarked our budget on $60 a day. Oil is now selling below $50. We also benchmarked our budget, and this is very important for Nigerians to know, that the whole budget benchmark is designed to deceive Nigerians about the perilous nature of our economy.
Okay, we need to go now, Mr. Chidoka.
We have a production benchmark.
Let me allow
we have an exchange rate that is
Mr. Chidoka, we are out of time. But let me allow Mr. Keyamo just in about 30 seconds to react to this, then we can close the program.
You can see now that they drag you all over the place. You asked him a question, he ran again to another question, without answering the first one that they lied about being niece or sister. This is the tactics I want Nigeria to see. He just lie. He now ran to budget. We're not talking about budget, too. He ran to budget. The budget, what is OPEC allocation to Nigeria is 2.3 million barrels. At times, we don't reach the peak. At times, we reach the peak. And so, budget is about projection. There's nothing wrong about that. They benchmark it for $60. This year, we went up to 80. We came to 70. We came to 52 now, or thereabout. So that is the average we got this year. There's nothing wrong in using this year's average to project to next year's average. It is just raising storm in the teacup. I can assure Nigerians.
We're out of time.
PDP will be comprehensively and totally defeated on February 16, 2019.
Thank you so much. We must leave it at that.
February 18th and play it again.
We must leave it at that. I must thank you, my panel tonight on the program.
Is a niece.
Thank you so much. We need to go. Mr. Osita Chidoka, spokesperson of the APC, the PDP and Atiku campaign, and Mr. Feso Keyamo, spokesperson of the APC campaign. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming on the show. That's our show for tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I'm Sean Kimale. Bye-bye.